Yeah, yeah, look. Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Yeah. They getting nervous, I seen it. What I seen, you wouldn't believe it. They say they want it, I need it. Damn. I'm going dumb like I dropped out of class. Get in my lane and I'm going right past. I turn it up, watch me go to the max. You ain't it first and you know that you last. I thought I told him I'm coming right back. I got a flows like it came from the tap and I came from my city, this right on my back. Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. That's how I shoot. Lately I'm driven like I'm on the road. They in my lane, I got told them to move. Now that I'm popping, got too much to lose. Look at the numbers, got nothing to prove. I'm in the city, just me and my crew. Told me I'm sick and I know that it's true, but I'm still gonna ball. It's like I got a flu. Yeah, run it up. I told them that I'm coming back, so let me get all of that. Time is now, I'm coming around to get a check. Said I need my taxes back. Over time, I'm getting mine to get in line, and it's with no respect. That I told them all about the ball, getting chips, feeling like Kobe Shaq. Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Yeah.
Red is on the beat.
Mario!
Let's fucking go. The New York Yankees have finally won a series. Can we? Mario, how are you fucking feeling, brother?
I'm ready. Ya estoy ready for the parade, loco. Ya estoy
Ready to
ready.
go.
This is the team, bro. This is the team that we're gonna go with for the postseason. The Yankees are back. All that good stuff, loco. I'm feeling amazing, bro. ¿Cómo tú te sientes, bro?
I feel great, bro. I mean, you can't ask for more. This honestly, you know what's crazy? We were talking in our chat, and I said if the Yankees could just win that last game when we were trying to make a comeback against the Rays, we would have had a nice 3-game winning streak. And man, but the Yankees could do even something better, Mario, tomorrow. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to all of that. We'll talk about the Rays series. But
How's your head feeling?
I got a migraine, bro. I got a migraine from screaming so much at the TV these past 2 days, bro, with these Yankees, bro. A lot of screaming, a lot of back and forth, but winning these first 2 games and winning a series, bro, it feels amazing.
Any problems with some O's fans over there, bro?
I didn't go. I wanted to go today to see King of the Heel on the mound, but I decided to stay here, do Bronx Sonata tonight. But
yeah, shout out to everybody who went out there. I think Dez was out there. Our boy Can't Hold Me.
Yeah,
JC was out there. They were holding it down. What a game. I'm popping this bat right now. This is Noah's Hype Fire. Listen, bro, the Yankees brought their bats today. I mean, if there was something that you wanted to do was jump ahead, but oh my God. Let's start though with the first game of the series.
Let's do game one because
which has a lot of drama. But before we start, man, I want to shout out to the chat. Let's shout out the chat. We got Philo in the house. We got Anthony Garcia, my guy, Leo Lambert, kicking it with Roy, Luis Simmons, Macho King. Ooh, yeah. Alex Valerio, Tim, Ra-Ra's in the chat, Caleb, my guy, Doreen. You know how it is. Hey, Scott Wright, what's up? Macho King again. Ra-Ra with the super chat right away. Ra-Ra, let me hit you with the hold on.
Mario.
Let's fucking go, Mario. Let's bring the noise, my guy. All right, Mario, take us away. Let's start off with game one.
Let's start off with game one. 45 on the mound first game in Baltimore, and this one was huge.
Huge.
Gerrit Cole on the mound, and I said it on the post game yesterday. With Povich on the mound, he had 5 walks against the Yankees, I believe, back when he pitched at Yankee Stadium, and he had another 5 walks against us yesterday. And we left him off the hook. We left him off the hook yesterday. I believe we only got 3 runs against him in 5 innings or so. But Gerrit Cole found a way yesterday. And I believe he didn't have his best stuff for the first 3 innings. I think he had 60-something pitches, and we were talking about it in the chat. I'm like, on a hot night like that, I think, him giving us 5 innings, we take it. But asking this bullpen to get us 12 outs at this point in the season would have been a tall order, but he figured it out. That 4th inning for him, Kevin, was so huge. That quick 4th allowed him to go back out for the 6th. I think he threw over 100 pitches, first time this season. But, 45 looks like he's back. I know the first 3 innings weren't great, but that knuckle curve was working. It seemed like everything was working after that 4th inning.
Crazy, because remember I said in our chat, I'm like, yo, he needs a quick inning, and he got it. And you text me like, there you go. You're welcome. And listen, man, you can still see that Cole's struggling a bit with command. You can still see that. But for him to be able to settle down and to stop the Yankee bleeding after his last start wasn't the greatest against the was it the Mets or the O's? I'm sorry, the bad start he had. So for him to come out there and stop that, he went 6 strong with 1 earned run and 7 Ks. I did say in our chat, start using his knuckle curve a little more. He was doing that as well. It's nice to see them make in-game adjustments. And we'll go into Hill as well, because Hill also made that in this game.
Huge.
Which is going to be huge for these guys, because I don't know if you know, Mario. Well, I'm pretty sure you know, but a lot of these guys, especially in that Baltimore Orioles lineup, they hunt in fastball. And they all they do is sit there fastball. Urias' triple was he doesn't hit it that way. And for people blaming Soto on that, you're shaded to center field because Urias is a pull guy. He has like maybe 3 hits on that side.
He's playing way in. He's playing way in there too.
That was a tough ass play. If he was probably shaded his normal, he probably makes that catch. But no, he's shaded to center because Urias is a pull hitter. But yeah, man, shout out to Cole. Canely came out there, and I was nervous for the guy because he hasn't looked great. But Tommy Tight Pants delivered. Weaver, we can't say enough.
He's throwing those changeups, Canely. Canely scares me with the consecutive changeups. After what happened last season with Santander, I think Canely started off that 7th inning. He gave up a single, and I'm like, dude, here we go again. Just the way the season has been going the past month for the Yankees, I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
I'm not going to lie.
With the changeups, bro, again, but he shut it down. And then Weaver, I was saying, I went into the chat.
5 pitches, man.
And I don't know how you feel about it. Looking at it now, it probably was the right decision because the Yankees ended up winning the game. But I said, bro, put Weaver back out there. He's a multiple innings guy. We didn't end up using him today. And I think Nelson said on the broadcast, he was like, listen, the Yankees most likely want to have him available for tomorrow, but also the All-Star break is coming up. I'm like, dude, if he throws 20 pitches, he can't come back tomorrow to give us an inning or 2. I guess that's not how the Yankees work, but listen, I would have let him come back out for the 9th, but as we all know, Clay Holmes was the one that got the 9th for the New York Yankees. And I spoke about this already yesterday, Kev. But
I want you don't believe in Martin Rivera?
Suave. No, I never said that. Yo
you
nunca
sure?
dijo eso, bro. I never said that.
All right. Just making sure.
Ay, mi madre.
Like I said, Clay Holmes comes in, and you guys know the rest. The up and in pitch, 97 miles an hour to Heston Kjerstad. Again, I'm not.
Are you pronouncing that right?
Pronouncing the name. Apologies. Scotto says bullpen budget. You're right. The bullpen budget that we all hate. Kevin hates it. That's why he left.
Oh my God. That shit gives me agita, to Pete's point. And by the way, we got 116 in here. Please.
Smacky no likey. Hitty the subby.
Yeah, but continue, Mary. He hits the at bat that everybody wants us to talk about. Let's talk about it, baby.
And Sierra says Clay Holmes did his thing last night. He did.
Huge.
He did. He might have woken up the Yankees. You could say it was Clay Holmes. You could say it was Brandon Hyde. You could say it was Nestor. There was a bunch of different guys in this. Some people want to call it a brawl. Some people want to call it a little scuffle.
That's a scuffle.
I'm gonna call it a scuffle. No punches.
There's no punches. There's not a brawl.
No
That's a scuffle.
Were thrown. Yeah.
But listen, I was gonna say, Mario, listen. Let's look at. I understand that Orioles fans feel a certain way because the Yankees at that point they have hit 9 of their guys, and I think the Orioles have 3 of us. One of them being Judge in the hand, that almost, you know what I'm saying. And then some of them were saying, well, if you check swing, it's your fault. Well, if you go look at the 9 guys that the Yankees hit from the O's, 2 of them were check swings and 2 of them are on the foot. So the ones on the foot, those are breaking balls. Obviously, they slip.
Come on, bro.
So it's like let's sit here and take it back a notch. Number one. Number two is I understand the frustration, but at that spot right there, 0-2, and I know the Orioles know that he's struggling because it's been obvious. Everybody's been talking about the Yankees June, so I know they're aware that Clay Holmes has been pure culo for like the last 3 weeks. So for him to be in that spot to put a guy on 0-2, that was clearly not what he was trying to do. It was not intentional. I understand Hyde saying that he wants to stick up for his guys, but if you guys watch the whole interaction again, Wells is standing in the way. Clay Holmes is walking to try and see how he is. The umpire comes in and Oswaldo's be like, listen, just leave it. And Hyde turns around and yells something. I can't see because it's behind his back. Pete says that I think what he was watching said that you can see that he said "fuck you" to Clay Holmes. I'm not sure if he said that, but he did yell something, and you can say Wells putting his hands like this and saying what's going on, and then the Yankee dugout then starts chirping. So for Hyde to sit there and say that the Yankees dugout was chirping, that's pure bullshit. You started it by yelling something at Holmes, dude. Like, what are we doing?
But listen, I gotta play a little bit of devil's advocate, and you know I'm not a fan of the Baltimore. I was probably, before the season even started, I was one of the biggest haters out of our whole team. I knew this team was going to be very good, and I think everybody knew it was going to be us and them to see who's going to win the division, and that's how it's still looking with Boston creeping up. But Brandon Hyde was he didn't have to act that way, but he also, I'm sure he knows that he's not liked. I mentioned this on the postgame. He's not liked by a lot of Orioles fans. A lot of Orioles fans felt after last year, Kevin, you mentioned it, a million times, how they got swept in the postseason, and Aaron Hicks was the one that was
scored half of their runs.
He scored half of their runs, killing it for them offensively. So a lot of people feel this guy, isn't right to manage our club. Let's get somebody in that can, connect with these newer players. But Hyde, kind of sticking up for his team. It could be a good thing, and it could be a bad thing because it could wake up the Yankees. We know what happened today. But looking back at it, you can't be upset at the manager for kind of saying, bro, you threw 97 miles an hour at my guy. A minute later, I'm just not going to be okay with it. That's one of our young guys we just called up. We think he's going to be, a big part of what we're going to be doing these next couple of years. I'm not going to be cool with that. So I get both sides of it, but there was so much happening in the brawl. Certain guys, like, I don't know if you saw Trevino was like hobbling, and then he ended up going to the IL. I think
no, he was already. You can see when he slides that he grimaces, so he was already out of the game, obviously at that point. But I'm saying he was inside. He was inside getting treatment, he went inside, and he ran out, hobbling all over there. So it's like, I understand. I get it, but that wasn't the spot, and I don't think you as a manager should incite that. And then him and Boot had some words in the corner during that scuffle. It's like, what? Again, I really don't understand. I mean, I understand the frustration, but I don't get a manager starting that. If anything, go about it your way. Plus, these two teams are fighting for the division, Mario. For, like you said, there ain't nobody trying to get hurt. The All-Star breaks around there. We saw it there. We thought that today might be the game for retaliation. Maybe it's tomorrow, since you can't. Since there's nothing that
we don't play them. We don't play Baltimore until September.
So every game
Baltimore
matters.
For 3, and then we play the Pirates for 3.
So
yeah, like
Mario, let me just say this though. If the Yankees lose 2 more to the Orioles, they take over the tiebreaker. So the Yankees would have to win the next series as well in order to stay exactly tied with them. At that point, it would be the division. Or if they sweep and they win one of the games in September, the Yankees hold a tiebreaker, which is huge.
No, I believe that it's what the Yankees are. One game behind the head-to-head?
Pete, check the head-to-head while we're. So I just want to shout out Empire State, which is Rich Rivera. What's up, my guy? And Sierra from Twitter. We also have some Twitter spaces there, but as well, shout out to them that we have a lot of Yankee Twitter spaces, including ours at NYYU here on Wednesday nights. And then we have some others, the ones there, here and there, where you guys can check out as well. But and shout out to Romeo as well.
I was gonna say, speaking about Twitter and Twitter Space and all that, Twitter has been an absolute bloodbath when it comes to Yankees and Orioles fans. So many guys coming, at Yankees fans. Oh, he said it's 5-4 Orioles. So the Yankees end up sweeping. It could be for the division when we come back to Yankee Stadium in September. The Orioles hold it over us 5-4. So we end up sweeping this series. Then you just got to win a series against them in the Bronx. And maybe that'll give us a tiebreaker over them if it's needed to win the division. But going back to Twitter, Kev, it's been an absolute bloodbath between Yankee fans and Orioles fans saying that we've hit them 11 times. But if you look at
10.
Well, Scott, my fault. Scotto says 11 here. But if you look at the time that they hit us, like, dude, they had Judge on the hand, and Judge was out for some significant time. I'm not saying that it's okay that it was Heston that was the one that got hit, but it's like that. I mean, I hope he's okay, but we didn't hit one of their bigger guys, No, in a way. But I get the frustration as well. I get both sides.
Baseball is gonna baseball. You're gonna in normal circumstances. We see it less today. They were talking about it on FS1. You see it less in today's game where guys will retaliate, but sometimes 9 times out of 10 it ends up being accidental, depending on the pitch. What you want to look at is the situation of the game and the pitch count. You know what I'm saying? If you got a guy 0-2 and you're up 8-1 winning, and you drill a Yankee, that's probably on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so
but that's why people thought, shout out our guy Johnny Lasagna, he tweeted out the game was getting a little bit out of hand today. It was 6-1 Yankees, and he tweeted out, he's like, if the Yankees continue scoring, maybe the Orioles try to get retaliation, and then the benches will be worn for tomorrow's game, and then we don't have to worry about this stuff. But the Orioles never ended up retaliating today, which is interesting because, again, we still have another game with them tomorrow and 3 in the Bronx, but was definitely interesting to see with two guys that light up the radar gun, and Grayson Rodriguez and Luis Hill. Luis
Hill throwing triple digits today.
Yeah, I got me.
Listen, well, to finish up the first game, again, tensions were high, and honestly, at this point, I thought it was in today's game. I thought Soto or Judge were gonna get it no matter what.
Towards the back, I thought it was.
Yeah,
coming,
I thought it was coming too. But it tells you what I'm trying to say is basically the position that these two teams are, and especially the O's that are struggling as much as the Yankees were, bro. Like the O's should have gone away with the division the way the Yankees are playing, and they haven't
100%.
because they've been, bro. The Yankees got swept by the Cincinnati Reds, but the O's, if I'm not mistaken, got swept by the Houston Astros and by the Cubs.
Yep,
in their house. So I'm telling you guys, and I was one as well. Like shout out to Francis. I think it was me, you, and Francis. You because of your hate because of the Orioles, but me because I was saying that I think their starting rotation is as thin, if not thinner, than ours is. You know what I'm saying? So look how it is right now. And shout out to Pete saying, and I believe this as well. We're gonna see what team is constructed better after the trade deadline. The Yankees, even though it looks like we've turned a corner, they still have to go out.
Oh my
Do
God,
not let this.
You sound like oh my God, he sounds like Aaron Boone.
You hear it so much. You hear it so much.
It's right in front of us.
You hear it so much.
It's right here.
You hear it,
and we can fix it.
I forgot that we can fix it. You start to hear shit so much, it just comes out naturally. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So I'm just saying, by the Yankees being able to maybe turn the corner, and I'm gonna say it again. Don't let that turn a blind eye to what the needs of this team really is, Mario. So again, shout out to everybody on Yankee Twitter, which was a fun 24 hours. And the O's fans really wanted this one. We can tell from the start of the game. And we'll talk about game 2 in a little bit, but I don't know if you will have any words on the last game. On game 1, I mean.
No, I think we pretty much hit on everything. Game 1, Judge had a homer. Soto with some insurance off Perez. That was big because Hyde brings in the lefty for him, and it doesn't matter. Soto comes up with another big hit. Yankees win that game 4-1. Take game 1. Garrett Cole was solid. We already hit on that. But now we go to game 2. Like I already mentioned, Grayson Rodriguez against Luis Hill. Big matchup. 2 guys that are going to throw hard. So then I don't know how Luis Hill was going to handle it if Soto or Judge got one to the back today.
Ahí mi madre.
He isn't a little bit inexperienced when it comes to those type of situations. The kid pitches with his heart on his sleeve, so I was just hoping that nothing was gonna happen. Again, I thought something was going to happen. One of our guys was gonna get hit, but I was just hoping he was gonna go out there and do his thing. And speaking about going out there and doing his thing, Garrett Cole spoke about it in the post-game show, talking about the importance of pitching with the lead. The Yankees getting runs for him early, and that's what the Yankees did for Luis Gil today, and that was huge for him and his confidence.
Yeah, and okay, let's start off with that. The Yankees start off in an amazing first inning that we haven't seen. I can't remember the last time the Yankees had a first inning like that. I kid you not. When I saw two guys on, Mario, at that point, I thought, are we gonna fucking fold here, or are the Yankees gonna show something different? And I have to shout out Austin Wells. That at bat, and I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look for it now. That at bat that he had. What was it? You got it.
I want to say it was a 10 pitch at bat, but some of the takes and him spoiling it off, Grayson, that's their ace. As of right now, we'll see post deadline.
9 pitch at bat.
My fault. Corbin Burns is their ace. I don't know why I completely forgot about Corbin Burns, but
fuck Corbin Burns. Nice one.
No. That's their ace. But Grayson Rodriguez is a very good 2 behind him, and the Yankees continuing to spoil and make him work was great to see in the first inning. That Austin Wells bat was phenomenal. In the second inning, I'm sure you guys, if you guys were on game season, you guys saw Pete's reaction. That 4-pitch inning, guys swinging out first pitches, Grisham, Verdugo, just that second inning was horrendous. But going back to the Wells at bat, like you said, that was the biggest hit in the game to give Luis Gil that separation, just continuing into spoil pitches.
Yeah, and shout out to Verdugo also. I mean, Verdugo's been really, really struggling, and he was able to put should have been a double, but it was hit 111 miles per hour. So that shit was a rocket single.
It was.
Judge with a walk. And I sent this. I don't know if Pete's not gonna have it for this game, but for this episode, but basically Juan Soto breaking up the force out at second. But we saw later in the game where he broke up a double play as well. Having guys that can do that is going to extend innings, and it's going to cause things like this. And this is what I've been preaching for a while. So basically, I put it in. If you're in our Discord, you can go see that. I basically put the Yankees players by their fastest to their slowest, and then the O's. Go see the difference between the top 5 guys that they have that are all in red, within our guys that are all the slowest of the major leagues that are 5 in the blue. It's just night and day when it comes to team and sprint speed. So that being said, Gleyber being able to put one up the middle as well.
3 for 4 today, by the way.
I'm not gonna lie, Mario. When Gleyber came up with 2 outs, I thought this inning was over.
Me too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
ahead. I want you to talk about it.
Before Gleyber, we still absolutely love Ben Rice, and I thought the growing pains were going to be shown. I didn't think he was ever going to have a 3-homer game, in his first couple weeks as a Yankee, but that 3-homer game, that's something that is going to be memorable for the rest of his career this season for us, something we're always going to remember against the Red Sox. But Ben Rice, man, he's having a little bit of trouble with, some of the off speed. Again, Grayson is nasty, but, some Yankee fans, should we lead him off? Should we just leave him where he is? The Yankees put him in the 4-hole. We're still missing Giancarlo Stanton. As much as you want to say, Big G, how we feel about the contract and everything, we really miss Giancarlo because there's nobody to protect Aaron Judge right now. And like you mentioned, Gleyber Torres up with 2 outs, and I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, damn. Now Luis Gil's going to come out. It's a 0-0 game, and this is the team that put up, 8 runs against him last time, 7 runs?
Mm-hmm.
As a pitcher, that's going to be in your head. Baseball is a very psychological game. That's just the way it's going to be. I'm sure he had that in his head. I'm sure he's so confident. He believes in his stuff, but you can't say that coming out with a 4-run lead is different. Like, coming out with a 4-run lead is so huge for this kid, bro.
It's huge especially for the starting rotation for the Yankees that have been struggling. And as of late, they've been giving up a lot of runs early in the game, and I feel like the Yankees can never catch up to that. So having these two guys go back to back, and again, the O's have scored 4 runs in 5 games now. So the O's are really struggling. So for the Yankees to go ahead and put that 4 spot up on there was huge for Hill, huge for the starting rotation, huge for the team, and to shut up that crowd right from the rip that was itching for something. You can tell
a lot of Yankee fans there. Don't get mistaken. A lot of Yankee fans.
They started the "Let's Go Yankees" chant and they booed it right away. They kept trying to interrupt it. Now South Bronx, like some people like to call it. So shout out to Wells and Glaber that first inning. The issue with Ben Rice, and I said it, I hope he didn't change his approach, and I feel like he's pressing now that he's batting cleanup. It sucks because the Yankees keep flip-flopping. I think we've had like 5 or 6 leadoff hitters now. We can't fucking decide who to put up there, but for fuck's sake, DJ LeMahieu should never be up there. And we forgot to talk about that in the game 1. And to my DJ LeMahieu fans, I got this to tell you.
You don't add enough value to our roster to present like that.
So I'm sorry, that guy should not be leading off for the New York Yankees. But continuing on to the second inning, which that Luis Hill gives up 2 singles, by the way, in the first, and is able to get out of it. It seemed like Luis Hill would have a 1-2-3 inning and then come out again and have 2-3 hits and still get out of it, which is also huge.
But which is huge, like you said, it's huge for him. He pitched 6 innings today. Again, just we needed that for him. And Pete and I were talking about it before you got on. He's kind of making us eat crow a little bit because we felt like this guy's already going to go to the bullpen, and maybe the Yankees still feel like he's going to, they already got it planned. Listen, this kid's going to go to the bullpen. We'll figure out the whole who's starting, in 2 weeks. We'll figure that out a little bit later down the line. But he's had 2 really good starts back-to-back and a big start against a team, like I said, that hit him hard the last time. So that's big for him.
7 earned runs, bro. So for him to come out here and throw, I wish it was a shutty, but 1 run. I mean, it is what it is. 1 got away. It's nothing crazy.
He gave the triple. He gave the triple that. I'm not gonna say Verdugo misplayed it, but
he could have had it.
I thought he had a beat on the ball.
I really thought he had it.
Oh, Scott Wright makes a good point. He's already over 100 innings now.
Who? Hill?
Louis Hill.
Listen, we thought it looked like he was fatigued, but it also was a mechanics issue where he was dropping his arm, and Pete was talking to that. So we thought it was fatigue, but maybe it was also a little bit of both. He could have been tired, and then that caused him to drag his arm more, and the Yankees fixed that. Also, I'm sorry, but he had to start mixing his pitches. Bro, his slider looked disgusting today. His changeup, bro, like
Curry mentioned it.
And Verducci on FS1 too was just like his slider it's so it moves so much. He's like, and he was calling it too during the game. 3-4 heaters. He's like, he should go to slider here. Boom, strikeout. Like he was making
Adley on the slider. Let's go.
Making dudes look silly, Mario. So mixing up his pitches, which we saw with his last outing, and we saw it here, and then he went to his fastball late, where he had a little bit more. It was triple digits towards the middle of the game. So again, that seems like a good. I mean, that's obviously the best strategy you have. I get you have the one of the best, if not the best. I think he has when it comes to RPMs and swing and misses. When it comes to his fastball, I think the teams are only hitting like 170 off his fastball. It's insane. So, but you still got to mix your pitches, dude. So yeah, man. Shout out to Luis Hill with a great outing, and also to keep the bat silent from those Orioles. But let's talk about our captain right now in the 5th. Who had a fucking moonshot. But hold on, before that.
Back to back is special.
Isn't it beautiful?
Soto Judge. I want it forever, bro. Hal Steinbrenner, I hope you're watching, bro. I hope you're watching and you see what's going on. Because those 2 back-to-back, and we didn't have those 2. Ay, Dios mío. Que Dios me lo cuida, los Yankees, bro.
You saw he got away with that changeup in the previous at-bat. He struck him out.
I know.
And Soto was just like, Soto is so good, dude. So yeah, bro. That's what makes Soto. I'm sorry. That's why you give him a blank check.
The new Selly
saw the walk at Tampa Bay. Yeah, we'll talk about that right now. You saw the walk at Tampa Bay, which was exhilarating as a walk and beat
against Fairbanks. That was one of the best at bats, bro.
And then you see this. Okay, you struck me out. All right, I got you. And he's just sitting there waiting for that. You throw that shit again, and he sends it to dead center. Doesn't hook it. Right? Not dead center, bro, because I'm gonna make a statement. And Judge comes back. And they were talking about it, man. I think Judge has only seen in the last like 2-3 games, he's seen like maybe like 6 pitches in the zone.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And he has 3 homers. So you cannot miss with Judge. For people that were asking Judge to wake up, well, it looks like he's starting to wake up. I mean, this guy gets on fire and gets on streets on stretches that he looks. I mean, he doesn't look. He looks unoutable. I'm making up a word here. You can't get him out. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. But when he struggles for 15 at bats, people want to kill him. Mario, it's crazy. Like
because we need Soto and Judge. We want to go anywhere. We know what this lineup looks like. No disrespect, but Ben Rice has been struggling. Gleyber had a nice game today, but after that, like you mentioned, DJ LeMahieu, dude, he's like, I feel. Shout out to my guy Ass, and he posted something. DJ LeMahieu's like what he's last in OPS. He's like last in like most of the offensive categories. Like, I mean,
he's last in a lot of stuff, including bat speed. I think he's like there's only 2 guys that are slower than him when it comes to his bat speed. So DJ is and he's last.
How much longer can they keep throwing him out there, bro?
And he's also, and shout out, happy birthday to DJ LeMahieu.
63rd. I think that's what Medina said. Happy 63rd birthday, DJ.
He's also last in character because he doesn't show anybody any. I don't know. We don't even know who DJ LeMahieu is. So, but I can't. Again, I wish I would. I wanted to see Vivas today. I really did because I thought it was a good.
Why call him up? Why call him up?
Like those guys are used to seeing guys throwing 98, 97 all day, every day. Is a lefty. Why not stack the lefties again? I mean, look at the damage being done today. I mean, Austin Wells, Soto. I get Judge and Gleyber poked some in there. Verdugo as well. Team stacked lefties against us, man, and they stack righties when it's Nestor. So come on, bro. You can't tell me you want to do it and put Jahmai Jones to get at bats, and then you don't want to do it and because you just want to get DJ going. Let's put DJ. If you want to do that, I get it. But I thought that they didn't believe in hot and cold. But they'll keep throwing a guy out there when he's ice cold as shit. It's crazy, bro. It's bullshit. So it's like, can we at least put DJ in a position to be successful? You know what I'm saying? Like, Grayson Rodriguez wasn't the best matchup for him. Not the way he's swinging.
The only place DJ could be successful is a slow pitch softball, bro. That's the only time he's gonna be.
All right, let me play this back because somebody asked for it. I don't think I did.
You don't add enough value to our roster to present like that.
Mary, you want to get a voicemail before we finish?
I just wanted to shout out the Yankees bullpen real quick. Shout out the Yankees.
We're not done with the game though, but yeah.
Tim Hill, shout out to Tim Hill. He's been solid. I was talking about, Yankees shopping at the clearance rack, but he's been pretty solid for the New York Yankees. So tip my cap. Cousins came in today. He looked pretty good. So happy how the bullpen's been looking recently, and yeah, man, we'll take that one more game until the All-Star break. Wait, what? You want to get into?
No, I was gonna say 120 on
Maggie the likey, Kitty the subby.
And shout out. Listen, when we talked about everybody's here in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. When we get in our spaces, remember, I think some people were talking about. I think Matt Blake was it's a little bit overrated, or Matt Blake this. I'm sorry, but you don't just pick up a guy like Tim Hill and get him looking like that, bro. Look at Cousins. Luke Weaver,
good.
Tonkin,
Weaver as well.
I mean, we can go down the list now. Tomorrow,
they still need a couple guys in the bullpen. They still need a couple.
Oh no, yeah. Well,
tomorrow for 1 or 2.
Which is good about tomorrow. We'll get about it after some voicemails. Is now the Yankees tomorrow will have Weaver and Tonkin. So if the Yankees are up by any stretch, we got some nice guys that can shut the door. So, but yeah, Mario, that puts Hill at 6 innings, 7 strikeouts. And then Cousins with 1 inning, and then you already talked about Hill. So yeah, if we could get Pete, if you want to go with the first voicemail, we'll start it off.
Hey, Kevin Mario Macho King in the house. How you doing to the underground? Well, I'm pumpy and Billy for this victory today, and I want to sweep tomorrow like you wouldn't believe. And we need to go into the All-Star break on a high note. And we need to bring up these young kids that can play and get rid of these guys that are done and finished and bury them for good. And we need to make some trades to solidify this team for a championship run. Now's the time. Oh, yeah. It's NYYU's time. It's my time. Oh, yeah! Macho!
I mean,
I say it every time, bro.
Go to the
voicemails, go to the voicemails. The go to the voicemails, bro.
Macho,
It's so
shut
hard.
out, man.
What's
That shit's
happening?
fired up. I think Macho was as fired up as if you can say he's fired up more than normal on this voicemail.
Can they let him manage our club, bro?
Macho needs to speak to this club before every game. That's what he needs to do.
Bro, I just
want to see Macho Booney coming in after a post game with some cupcakes after we lost, and Macho kicking the door and fucking drop kicking them cupcakes again and going off. Oh man, that would be a sight to see. But shout out to Macho, man. Your voicemails are always great, bro. I mean, it's crazy, bro.
Nah, he's definitely the go to the voicemails. You want to get into one more, then we could touch on the Rays series just briefly, and then we'll
Let's
talk
do
about
one more because we got a couple voice.
Yep.
Mario, Kev, let's bring the fucking noise, bro. Come on, let's go.
Let's go, baby.
That's it. Bring the noise.
Short and sweet, baby. Let's bring the noise, man. I mean, I you can't be any happier than what the Yankee. Again, we've been struggling for so long, and I said this, bro. Like this Yankee team, man. Again, I'm not gonna start hyping it up because I hope that the trade deadline. Yeah, the trade deadline. Let's not forget about that. We'll talk a little bit about that later. But man, when Judge and Soto get help, you see the difference. Like just a little bit, bro. At the beginning, Glaber poking it in, and then Austin Wells, hey yo, poking it in. You know what I'm saying? But listen, listen.
Diablo, qué difícil para pusiste.
But yeah, shout out to Rara there with the voicemail. But yeah, bro. I mean, you want to touch into
let's touch on it real quick because the guy that started the Rays series, Carlos Rodon.
Pitching tomorrow, which is a great segue. Look at you, Mario.
He's pitching.
This is a proud dad moment. Look at you, segue. Man, I'm sorry,
tomorrow. Man.
He's sorry, Chad. Me and Mario have been doing this for a while now, and it's just so nice to see him just do a great segue in a transition. Go ahead, Mario. I'm sorry. I had to listen.
He's on the mound tomorrow, and we got a chance to sweep the Baltimore Orioles. I know everybody felt when he gave up that was a 3-run homer to Paredes in the first. It's like, dude, like we want to support you, bro. Pete's like one of your biggest defenders. We want you to be good. But when you go out to I feel like he throws his heater and he thinks his heater's like 98, 99.
He's
and
not
he just doesn't have that. He just doesn't have that anymore, bro.
Not right now.
Not right now. He has to do what Luis Gil did today.
Mix your pitches.
Mix. I said that about him going into the series too. You got to be able to mix, bro. Like, he was awful against Tampa. The Yankees lose 2 out of 3 in Tampa. Like, even the one game that they won, the Trent Grisham game, that we like to call, he had 2 of the RBIs. It's like, dude, the Yankees barely won that game. And then in game 3, that you spoke about it a little bit when it came to Pete Fairbanks coming in. The Yankees were down 1, and then Glaber's at bat. Like him 2-0, I think that was the biggest at bat, like that inning. Him swinging at that pitch 2-0, like I would give him a take sign at that point. Like nobody, if it's not Soto or Judge, bro, take 2-0. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That just aggravated me a little bit. And then giving up like extra bases, like if a guy's gonna be safe at home, don't let him get an extra base. Like
no,
just hit your cutoff, man. Like Pete spoke about a little bit, like the fundamentals, bro. Hit the cutoff, man. Like just do the simple things, bro.
Not the simple thing. That's the things that you've been knowing since you're playing Little League. You got to finish the play. You got to do this, that, and the third. Like you never know what's gonna happen. Just do your job, finish the play, and after that, you look up and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and I get it. Some of these guys are young, and it happened to Ben Rice too the other day. He would have been safe if he runs out the box, but he thought he fouled it off. Those are things, but if it's Rice, and Volpe really got me upset because it was during the transition that the Yankees are struggling, and I thought that maybe Boone had reeled them in and been like, listen, we got to play with intensity out there.
100%.
And that's why. But they're also young. Ben Rice and Volpe, this is also Volpe's second year, so we have to cut him some slack. But at that point, what Volpe did, you can't do it because just the way the Yankees were playing, and we expected, which we expected or we assumed that maybe Judge would Boone would put his clubhouse a little bit in order, but. And then listen, man, I'm not gonna sit here and kill Booney. All right, like Booney, as much as we always talk about it here, can't wait to hear his book because I'm pretty sure more than 70% of these decisions. There is just no way that it makes any sense. I have to talk about, since we're talking about Tampa Bay, I have to talk about pinch hitting Trevino for Wells.
Ay, Dios mío, bro.
The splits. I'm sorry. Pete mentioned the last 7 and 15 games, how they're hitting, but the splits that make Wells hitting 280 against lefties, or 263, I think it is, and then Trevino hitting 203 against lefties. Why does that make? Because you want to get Trevino going. Why are we?
Didn't Wells go deep that game? Didn't Wells go deep that game? He had a homer that game, right?
Correct. So
Like,
why not?
yes,
Why
Reno,
not? Why
bro.
not go ahead and even be like, listen, you earned that at bat. Go ahead. No, fuck righty lefty. Fuck that. You earned it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what. Look at the at bats that he's having though too. Even battling and then either getting a walk or those are at bats that look competitive. And even though Trevino, maybe because of that, got 2 doubles the next day, but still that wasn't a spot to sub him in, bro. And these are the decisions that we get upset because if this ever happens in October, that is a huge decision. We have to be able to understand that. Everybody's gonna get criticism. And people sitting out there saying that, oh, we're just go ahead and fire Boone. It's not that, bro. It's just we've been seeing this for like how long? And how long do we have to sit here? The same guys that support Boone support Cashman. So if it's not Cashman getting the players, it's not Boone's fault. So whose fucking fault is it? We're upset. We're tired, bro. Let's move on, man. And yeah, man, to go circle back to Rodon, listen, tomorrow he's gonna have a tough task because it's a team that's not trying to get swept by the Yankees at home. And being swept, I think 2 series in a row. That would be very, very, very hard to do. And he has a task, but if he comes out there and he shoves, at least if he goes 4 clean with nothing, and then he struggles in the 5th, gives up 1 or 2, but he keeps the Yankees there. I think that tomorrow, because who's pitching for the O's? Kramer?
They got Dean Kramer, and I know he pitches well against the Yankees, bro. But listen, it's an 11:35 start, bro. Get up for it. Then 3 of the Yankees are gonna be headed to the All-Star game. The rest got a whole week to rest. Like, dude, just go out there and sweep them tomorrow. The matchup, if you look at the name, and I believe at the numbers as well, you gotta be feeling good with Rodon on the mound. Again, I know he pitched, pretty poorly against Texas, but it's kind of poetic too, I feel like, because I spoke to Pete about this. If he pitches well tomorrow, then, we might be drinking the Kool-Aid again, saying maybe this is, the best team in the AL, or some people don't think they're top 2 or top 3, but that's okay. But if they end up losing tomorrow, then we're a game behind the Orioles again. That's how we're going to start off, post All-Star break. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see Rodon again. He controls. We're going to be sitting on a win or a loss for a couple of days because there's no Yankee baseball until Friday.
We won a series. That's what we should be looking at anyway, because, again, there's just a position that everybody's in right now. That would be 2 sweeps in a row for the O's.
Look at that.
A 6-game losing streak. And again, for a lot of hype that people like to talk about, again, I was saying the Yankees, if they would have just played 500 baseball, we would have been a couple of games over first place right now with the struggling O's. But to your point, Mario, about Kramer, he's 3-3 with a 4 ERA against the Yankees. So it's not great, but as of late, he's won 2 of his last 3 games, and he gave up 3 earned runs last year. Again, I don't know why he went 7 innings with 2 earned runs against us the last outing, but that shit in April, that shit can't happen again. So the Yankees really need to capitalize, and I believe he's been struggling as of late. I'm gonna go look at his last few appearances.
He got hit pretty hard against Chicago, and I don't think the Chicago Cubs are a great offense at all
by any stretch. So to your point, I just gotta play this. Mario, Rah, what's up, Rah, with the super chat? I got you, my brother.
Okay.
But yeah, Mario. So how confident are you in Rodon though? Before we go to the next voicemail, what do you?
I just think, listen, the bullpen's gonna be rested tomorrow. I just need him to give us five innings of 2-run ball, and I'll be happy. Flip it over to the bullpen. I think the Yankees offense is gonna score again. I know it is an early game, but just the way I feel like some of the at bats have been better from some of these guys. Verdugo still seems to be struggling a little bit. The Yankees have a problem when it comes to the leadoff spot at this very moment. They're having a little bit of an issue who they're gonna lead off. I want to touch on that, how Volpe is continuing to struggle, and he's hitting either 6th in the order, 7th in the order. Like, they have a little bit of an issue when it comes to the leadoff spot. So we'll see what happens there. But honestly, with Rodon Amar, just give me 5 innings of 2-run ball, and I'll be happy, and I'll take that. And I think the Yankees offense is gonna do some damage.
Yeah, we need it, and hopefully it'll be in early, and it's gonna be interesting if the Yankees
11:35 tomorrow, guys.
Hopefully they keep a at least I think Verdugo and lead off for now. I don't want any more switches. Maybe
it's a righty. It's a righty, so I'm assuming Verdugo.
Yeah, maybe if you want to swap Wells with Ben Rice, but again, I don't want Wells to go out of his funk. You know what I'm saying? Just let Rice get one more day.
Cleanup is an issue as well.
Yeah, that's what we're talking. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, and again, he did have a great. He had a decent series with the Rays, but he had a great at bat in that 9th inning. And this is something that Rice can offer. And to some people were talking about that in FS1. They were saying that it's as important to have the guy behind Judge, but also have runners on base, because that when guys are on, it forces pitchers to try to go and get Judge out, and that's where Judge can capitalize. So having guys that get on base is important. And I'm sorry if you put DJ can't hit 9th either. You got to swap that. I mean, I don't know what you want to do, but DJ can't hit 9th. You just can't. I mean,
DJ shouldn't be in the order. Period.
I mean, if you say that,
he should be a defensive replay. Like,
let's play a happy birthday song for DJ.
You don't add enough value to our roster to present like that.
Joey's gonna kill us.
Nah, he is. But listen, at the end, oh my God, Jack, New York City just put in the chat, Volpe's OBP in the past 15 games is 169. That is just nuts. 207 in the last 30. Bro, it's bad. It's tough right now to see Volpe, especially when it comes to he's not even getting on base. He's not getting on base. The defense is always still going to be there for him, but he's struggling when it's coming to get on base. I feel like the at-bats are quick now with Volpe. It's just the Yankees have work to do. Hopefully they can trade for that leadoff guy. The deadline, we still got 18 days before we go and have our 24-hour stream. You guys definitely check that out. So I want to talk a little about our leadoff guy, who maybe that could be down the line. But do you want to get into our last voicemail?
I was gonna say, yeah, I think we have one. Yeah, it says 1 or 2, but let's get into that before, because that can segue into the whatever we're gonna talk about. So let's listen to the last 1 or 2 voicemails that we have.
Perfect.
Hey, it's the Bronx or Nothing podcast. What up, fellas?
What up?
Hey, listen. How about them Yankees? I told you, fellas, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Mario looking like a smile, looking like $1 million. So I tell you what, there's no room for hatred in this world. We gotta love all our enemies. Telling you what, fellas, but let's go for the sweep. So sweep them birds into the All-Star break. Tell you what, Mario. Hello, Kevin. I tell you what, Kevin, you need to check on Mario, man. No, New York Yankees on top. See you later, fellas.
Hi, Mario.
I want to know who that is. Did he say his name at the beginning?
Nah, I don't believe so. I think the chat knows his name. I apologize if we don't got your name, but ay, Dios mío.
We need a shout out. Every time he comes up, people say they try to think. They say that's not Kev. No, Percy's more animated. He definitely.
You know who's gonna be the Yankees leadoff guy? Ambiotic just put it in the chat. Sorry, but Merrifield is DFA. I saw. Vete de ahí con esa mierda, loco. I saw a clip when it came to everybody's favorite Michael K. And I believe this was on Friday when the DFA happened. He was talking about how Whit Merrifield is this professional hitter, how a change of scenery could really help him. And I'm like, dude, this guy's probably already a Yankee. He's on his way. He's on his way to being a Yankee at this point. He'll probably lead off for us.
But who said that? The Yes Booth?
K on the Michael K show. So I could totally see the Yankees going after Whit Merrifield.
Listen, I can see him. I can see them maybe picking him up. I would have. DFA'd JD Davis and then pick him up at least.
JD Davis with his stomach bug or whatever it was.
Yeah, so I mean, if that's the case, I don't mind it for now. We're still 20 days away from at this point, 17 days away from the deadline, Mario. So I wouldn't mind the Yankees picking him up if they let go of JD Davis. But no, that can't be the solution that you sell to this fan base, especially after we've seen the stretch that the Yankees went on.
Yep.
I'm sorry, it's not time for projects when it comes to the offense. The Yankees have been good with projects in the bullpen. You can't do that to the offense. It's too important. You can't have the offense struggling, no bullpen, and then the starting rotation struggling. No, you got to solve one of the bigger issues, which your strong suit is bullpen and developing the arms. Then go after the offense because that's something that the Yankees desperately need. And we can get into some.
I see it already in the chat. The names being brought up. The two names that have been brought up recently that I've seen in a ton of articles: Jazz Chisholm and Jonathan India. India came out of the game today. Some people thought it was a trade during the game. I believe there was a collision at second base. That's why he was pulled. I think that's like already confirmed too. But he is a fan favorite in Cincinnati. I'm sure that would be he would cost a lot because that would break up the clubhouse. Ellie loves him at second base. A lot of guys, the fans like him. He's liked in the clubhouse. So that would be a guy that I feel like a lot of Yankee fans are higher on Jonathan India than Jazz Chisholm. Kev, you know how I feel about Jazz. I like, his aura and everything, but when it comes to Jazz, I feel like it could be a little bit of an issue if the guy can't stay on the field.
That is my main issue with Jazz is we've heard that maybe his personality rubs people the wrong way, but the Yankees clubhouse seems to be full of guys that have personality and swag, and he might be the right time for Jazz to come to the Yankees, but his ability to stay on the field is what worries me. The Yankees cannot fall into that. When we know when guys go down, as we're seeing it now, they're too important because we are thin, or we're just not giving guys like Vivas a shot and stuff like that. Augustine Narvi's up now, but let's see if the Yankees give them opportunities moving forward. Even though for Narvi it's going to be tough, the way Austin Wells is hitting. I mean, at this point, I think you can only give him a day off here and there. But to your point,
I feel like Jazz would cost a lot too.
Cost?
He would cost a
it's
lot.
2 years of control, right? Plus this one?
I believe, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Scott Rice says Chisholm is a clubhouse.
Scott Rice.
Scott Rice. I said Scott Rice.
Oh, I thought you said Scott Rice. I was about to say.
No. Scott Rice says Chisholm is a clubhouse cancer. That's interesting. If that is true,
if that's the case, then
yeah, I'm good on Jazz.
Keep him away. Last thing we need is a guy to disrupt the cupcake sitting in a circle after losses.
He probably smacked Booney's cupcakes. I'm sure you guys would love that. I'm sure.
Man, get these cupcakes out of my face. But how do you feel about India?
India's a guy that, again, he'd be solid leading off for us. He might his numbers might go down because cutting his hair. You know what that means, bro.
What is he sampling?
He's gonna end up cutting his hair. He's not gonna look like a Viking anymore. So I don't know. I'm sure there's more names that will pop up again. We mentioned it before, but all these teams feel like they're still in it. Look at the National League wildcard standings. All these teams feel like they're still in it. They don't want to sell right now. No. We mentioned pushing the deadline back 2 weeks in our space that we have on Wednesday night. I wish they could do that. Matt Biotics mentions Matt Chapman. I want nothing to do with Matt Chapman. You guys know how I felt about him in the offseason. I want nothing to do with Matt Chapman. I'm good on Matt Chapman, bro.
Frederick Dean, their Ritter. Kevin, is it possible Ben Cowles to be added at third base and DFA Jamon Jones? Listen, bro, Pete is a huge Ben Cowles guy. Yep. I saw him. I've seen him a couple of times, and what I've seen and how he's hitting, I 100% would love to see this kid, one of the guys to get a shot as well at third base. The Yankees are going to have to either decide who's going to be the stopgap at third or second, because Glaber's not here next year. And I believe that the third baseman of the future, it's either going to be Roderick or Lombard, either or. Okay. That's what I think. So
I mean, they're years away. I'm worried about.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So listen, that's what I'm saying. If you take a stopgap, meaning a guy that 3-4 years. I mean, IKF was with us for 2 years, and he could have been with us for 3. So that's what I'm saying. If you get one of those guys for a third or second, then you have to figure out within, and this is assuming that you extend Soto, right? And we're trying to circle prospects and keep a budget because we all heard what Hal said about this is not sustainable. So I'm pretty sure he wants to keep everything under at least a second Lux, which will be around 300. So that being said, Mario, you're either going to have to get a guy in free agency at second or third, and then you're going to have to see what you have around. So you're going to have to try Ben Cowles, maybe Vivas. I think Peraza's days are numbered as a Yankee. I honestly do. I mean, he's struggling way too much offensively for the Yankees to even consider, and that's the last thing we need up here. So I think third baseman right now in the system, it's thin. I want to see Caleb Durbin. I can't wait for Caleb Durbin to get healthy because that's my pick.
I wish we had a guy. I mean, Vivas, you could say he's been knocking on the door. I wish we had like a third baseman, like some
ready to go.
Your guy Andres Chaparro could have been an option there, but I wish we had somebody that was like ready to go. Third base, we could just tell DJ to go flip patties or something, bro. But at this moment, we don't. That's why we got to make a trade. But anything else you got before we go? Last one of the first half of the season.
Well, you wanted to touch on something. I'm surprised you haven't said it yet.
Smacky the likey, hitty the subby.
I'm gonna tell you what, brother. There's this guy called the Bringer of Rain. I bought his jersey as soon as he came on the Yankees because I got myself a shitty skunk mullet as well. You can't see it right now, but that's my favorite haircut, and I love what he said about them Yankees, man. Can you go ahead?
Pull up the tweet, Pete. Please pull up the tweet.
Pull it out. Pull it up.
So we can end that. So we can end on that, my guy. Pull up. I'm sure you guys, if you guys are on Twitter, you guys seen the Josh Donaldson tweet.
There you go. You want to read it?
I don't have my glasses. Yeah, I don't have my glasses on right now.
So he's responding to Carrot Man Freddy. That's what I call him. I don't care. He's a guy who dresses in an orange suit. Josh Donaldson, Bringer of Rain 20, says, No, you hate the Yankees because year after year, they have beat down your hopes and dreams of winning. First, by beating you on the field. Second, even if they have a down year, they can always go and reload. Enjoy this little stretch that your players will be a Yankee, Dodger, or Red Sox. I mean,
he's right. That's his greatest moment as a Yankee, bro.
That's
his greatest moment as besides the Grand Slam, besides the Grand Slam against Tampa Bay. I always remember that. But Josh coming for everybody. Shitty skunk him all up, bro. Yankee fans, bro, it's crazy to see him out of all people come out an Orioles fan.
Can I just say, Pete? Can you play the Se Murió of Carrot Man, the O's guy? He's gonna.
I don't think he can.
He might be able. No, it's all right. I don't have it. The Se Murió. You guys know what he's talking about. But listen, that is a kill shot from. My guy just drop kick Carrot Man, and I gotta say, man, that's what I say. These 24 hours has been a ride in Yankee Twitter land because the thing is, Mario, that these guys are just getting used to winning the last 2 years, and it's always nice to see. Let me tell you this. You know why people say the Yankee fans are assholes? Because the Yankees been, again, not a World Series, but they've always been in the hunt for so long, right? Especially, I mean, again, when's the last time they didn't make the playoffs? When's the last time, besides last year, before that? What I'm saying is the Yankees have won and always are competitive for so long that you guys call the Yankee fans assholes. But when your club starts winning, it's nice to see that them claws come out and how their fans react.
That's why I don't like them. But everybody wants to put them. Oh, the Orioles are coming. They put them on this pedestal. I don't want to get into that because I know Orioles fans already hate
a lot of trash talking. Talking about the players, the fan base, the city. Don't get me started, bro. There's a lot of trash. I think in any fan base, but again, once the team starts winning, then it gets escalated, and you see their true colors, and they're god awful in that fucking orange suit. Yeah. So to your point, Mario, shout out to Shitty Skunk Mullet. And I don't know, a shout out to our chat. We still got 130 in here. Please smack it the likey. Hitty the subby. Mario, is there anything else besides Rodon hopefully shouting out tomorrow.
No, that's it, man. We hit on everything today. Appreciate you guys staying with us.
Mario.
Appreciate you guys staying with us on a Saturday night. We appreciate you guys. MYU forever.
Do we see Vivas tomorrow?
No.
Chat, 1 if we see Vivas tomorrow, 2 if we don't. I think chat, 1 if we see Vivas tomorrow, 2 if we don't, and yeah, fuck those. But I don't know. Bro. You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Just knowing the Yankees, I don't think they would. No Vivas. They're not gonna see Vivas tomorrow, bro. We're not gonna see him, bro.
Why not, bro? It's the last game of the series, bro. DJ has grounded out 75 times in the last 3 games.
They're gonna say they love DJ's veteran presence. That's what they're gonna say.
Bro, his at bats are bad.
DJ LeMahieu. That's what Pete's gonna call ground. That's what he said. He's gonna call him DJ LeMahieu.
And judge DJ LeGround's out into a 6-4-3 double play, and that'll end the inning with a judge DJ LeMahieu. Wait, what? That's hilarious.
I can't watch him anymore.
Guys, thank you so much. Shout out to the chat. Enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow, tune in for the last game before the DS tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
So designated spitters, grandmas, be ready, powder up. My guy Francis will be there. So you already know. Thank you, everybody, so much. It's always been a pleasure. And remember that always
it's right in front of us.
So it's right there. It's right in front of us, chat.
All right, chat. Stay safe. See you guys next Saturday.
Salud.
Appreciate y'all.
It's heavy. Famous love. Yeah, I gotta keep it trendy on my soul. I'm the most selfish person that I know. Here we go down the rabbit hole. Got a couple carrots from my neck. Self-respect. When you out of line, you put yourself in check. They don't hear me. They don't hear me though. Cycles going round and round and round like a merry-go. Stand for truth or fall for any old scenario. That's why I keep my circle smaller than a Cheerio. Cause this the company you keep. Stay woke. Please don't get caught sleep. End up sowing what you reap. Know your worth and don't sell cheap. The ghost is inside of me. Can't take it out of me. No matter where I've been, it's about where I'm meant to be.